make sure nothing's in my teeth. Maybe I should go look in the mirror. Okay, we looking good. You know, I have like, I guess the dentist told me valley teeth. So I get like, I swear to you, every time I eat a meal, there's something stuck in there. Every time JT's like, I'm like, I'm just kidding. That was me. He's helping me. Well, I was planning on talking while eating breakfast, but then I also was like, that is just not convenient for you guys to watch me eat and talk at the same time. So I just finished my breakfast. And as you can see from the title of this video, we're gonna really go into how I'm going to organize and get productive for a new month. So I'm very excited about that. Honestly, you guys gave me this idea, but also I was super wanting to do this because it is a new month tomorrow. If you're watching this video, we are ending May and starting June. I wanted to also, I had this idea when I was doing my makeup today, which I am like, have full makeup on because I actually have a birthday party to go to today. I feel like lately I can't tell if my videos are providing value. I think I've gotten really caught up in doing like day in the lives, which I love. Those are like some of my favorite videos to watch. But I also want to go back to my roots of when I created YouTube. It was like my workouts, and then it was like a very specific video on just tips in my wellness journey. And I really wanted to go back to that. So as much as I love day in the lives and will continue doing them, I want to make sure I'm always providing value for you guys. So I thought, why not start the top of the video with always giving some value, so at least you can be like, I got something from the video. And I wanted to share a podcast that brought me value today. I was listening to a podcast while doing my makeup, and it was really good. It is called The Shift to Freedom. I'll pop it up on the screen, by Ben Easter. And I listened to the episode called How Would You Operate If You Were Already There with Clayton Olson. And it was awesome. I always have to listen to podcasts or like anything I read or listen to twice. So I actually want to go back in and listen to this one twice. But it was just a really good episode. If you are like me and just on the continuous journey of trying to understand life, be the best version of yourself, and just like the human experience, then these are for you. I'm gonna like give podcasts, give books, different resources that I am like dabbling into. So that was a really good podcast listen. Podcasts are truly my favorite thing on the planet. I find them so helpful. So I'm gonna give you guys that as a piece of value. Listen, my first time listening to him and I really, really liked it. But let's get right into this video before JT gets home, and I know he's gonna be like, let's go to the party, and I'm gonna be like, I'm not done yet organizing. So let's begin. I also just really quick want to thank everyone for sending so much love with my grandma passing. I was super, super close to my grandma. She is truly a very special soul, and I have been kind of in a funk for a while lately. I've been really in therapy, focusing on feeling different emotions that I don't really identify myself with. And what I mean by that is I would call myself a pretty happy, positive, joyful person. And I started feeling these feelings of sadness and anger, something that I've never really tapped into. I've kind of pushed down or been like, okay, I'll feel it for an hour, and then like I know the tools to get me back into happiness. And I challenged myself to like really feel them. But what ended up happening is I think I really felt them and kind of had a hard time getting out. But my grandma passing away really put my life in perspective and put myself in perspective. I had on my to-do list, and I'll pop that up here too, to call my grandma 2 different times on my list, and I didn't call my grandma. I didn't get to it, and I kept putting it off because I kind of was in my feels, and I just didn't really feel like talking to family. And I have to now know that I didn't call my grandma, which obviously is okay. You can't dwell on that, but it snapped me into perspective of like, I want to really, obviously there's certain moments to be sad, there's certain moments to be angry, but me getting so caught up in that, I don't think that was the right thing for me. And her passing just like showed me like life is fragile. Life is, you know, a day to day, a minute to minute, a second to second situation. And I want to live my absolute best life. And I even think everything going on in Texas right now with the shooting, that also hit me so hard, where you just do not know what's coming at you with life. And so if I can do my best to really have my most Sami experience and have my purpose of here on earth, which I'm continuously figuring out, or not even figuring out, just continuously discovering and experiencing, I want to live that life. So it really was this really weird but joyous moment of like, first off, my grandma's not in pain anymore. If anyone can understand that, it's so hard to see someone not be them anymore. My grandma hasn't been herself for quite some time. And to know that she is in such a better place, or even her, she was saying before she was passing, like, she's so excited to see her mom, which you kind of forget about, that your grandma has her own mom and has been in my situation. And I am just so excited for her to be with the rest of her family, and we will absolutely be missing her, but I feel her presence stronger than even when she was here this past couple months when she's been struggling. So that is just what I want to say at the beginning of this video, because I feel like in the last couple of ones I've been talking about my mental health, and honestly, therapy. That's all I'm going to end this at, is therapy has been a saving grace in all this. So holla. Okay, now let's get into the video. I am gonna do this in real time and organize and get it together, so you guys will get to watch of how I really get to do this. So the first thing, which I have already done, that I would tell anyone to have a productive day, but also to get organized. So if you're in that mindset, you're like, okay, I'm gonna take my Sunday, or I'm gonna take, say you're watching this on Tuesday and you're like, okay, I'm gonna take my Wednesday, whatever it is, to get organized and set goals for this month, which I do want to say this, you can start at any time. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of the week, month, doesn't matter. Just you set it, like you say, I'm going to do it. Put your phone on do not disturb. Mine is on do not disturb right now. It's 12:26 and I am do not disturb until I have to go. That is the best thing you could do for yourself. So that is gonna be where I'm starting. And my last thing before I get into like showing you guys all the different things is pick a time that you are most energized to do this whole exercise and to get organized and clean out and productive. If you're doing this at like 6 p.m. at night, I know for me, that would be my least productive time. After dinner, I'm like not in my most productive energy. So for me, like 12:30, I've had coffee, I've had breakfast, I've had movement. I'm feeling excited to like get organized and get productive. But do it at a time that you feel your best. The first place you're going to start is your word for the month. So this is the word that's going to take you into this month. What is the energy? What is the all around you that you want to be in this month, and pick that word. I picked celebrate. It's just a huge reminder for me to celebrate the little things after such a hard month in May. Next, you're going to pick something that you want to take with you that you did from last month. So it could be a certain action that you did, it could be a certain energy that you did. For me, it's saying no more. Last month, I really prioritized what was important in my life, and I said no to things that I wasn't yes about. Lastly, I'm going to write out what I want to focus on for this month. So again, it could be an energy, it could be an action. And for me, I want to focus on learning more. So for me, I want to take a cooking class or really get inspired in certain areas that I feel like I kind of fell out of. Okay, this next portion is really important. You are going to mind dump. I talk about mind dump a lot. It's really great to get everything that is in your thoughts on paper. So your to-do list, your flowers you have to give to someone in 2 months, you put it all out on a piece of paper so then you can put it into your calendar. Okay, this next piece that I'm going to talk you guys through is so important. I lost track of this tremendously when I was just caught up in my feels. I felt super overwhelmed with life, so I think I let my organization just completely go, and all the things that I've learned to keep me just being able to do everything, I gave up on it honestly in this last month, because I was not last month, in periods of times in the weeks. I went to a conference. It was an NFT conference. I know, I'm crazy, who am I? But it was actually super cool, and there was a woman there named Mary Ruth. Mary Mary Ruth is this cutest woman who has her own wellness brand, and literally she looks like she's from the future. I'll show you a photo. Like, I don't know, she just gave me like Smart House vibes. If you guys ever seen that Disney show movie, she just gave me the vibe. But her interview was so inspiring to me, and I thought she was just truly a woman that led with her heart. But the biggest takeaway I got from her is they asked her, what is your biggest wellness tip? And you would think like she would say like drink more water or go outside. She was like time blocking. Time blocking was her number one wellness tip. And it hit me so hard because I used to be a crazy time blocker, and then again I kind of let it go. And it stressed me out not having it, and it like hit me hard. I swear, I was like, Mary, thank you for that. So I'm about to time block. If you guys have never time blocked before, I would say watch a YouTube video. I've watched tons just to really learn how to do it efficiently. I also would say like do what works for you. I have my own very specific way of like where I write things and then where I transfer it to, but there are so many ways that you can be specific for you. But time blocking is something I would tell anyone to get into, and especially with trying to be productive and be organized, time blocking is number one on the list. So after you have mind dumped in your journal and you've wrote everything out, and like I mentioned, writing everything from birthday parties to, even if it sounds stupid, like get batteries, like just get it out of your brain. And once you've done that, we're now gonna put it into the calendar. Oh yeah, the best part. So this is where I was saying I do mine in a notebook. Some people like to do it on their phones. Some people like to do it wherever. And then the part where you transfer it into a calendar is completely up to you. Some people like to put it into a written calendar. For me personally, I like to use Google Calendar only because I like JT to be involved in it. So I like him to see and join him on things so we can see each other's calendar, and also my team. So I use Google Calendar. There are really cool apps if you guys are in school or have an iPad. I've literally thought about getting an iPad because it just looks so cool on TikTok, but I won't use it, like if I'm being real with myself. But there are super cool apps for time blocking, for your planner, like really about it. So check them out, find your best option for you. Again, you want to crave to go to this place. That is something that I have learned dramatically, is craving to go to that place. So for me, it's like craving to go to the journal that speaks to me, craving to go to the Google Calendar because I have specific colors, whatever it is for you. So now we're gonna go to my calendar. Okay, I did kind of a far out date because I have some exciting things in my calendar right now that I can't show you guys, and it's titled. So this is like in October where I don't really know my life yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to literally, so I already have like my wake up routine at 5:30, and then I will go into each time frame. I do like every 15 to 30 minutes, and I time block everything throughout my day. I mean, I will do like, my eating times, I'll do my workouts, and when I do my workouts, I'll put my driving time in there. So I would write like drive to blah, 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 or whatever it is. I put everything you can think of in here. And what that is going to do is, for instance, like my weekly alignment call with my people, I know how much time that is gonna take, and then I can be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get off that call. Maybe I want a snack. I'm gonna add a snack into there. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, I'll want a snack. No, I'm gonna grab a snack in there. It might seem like a lot and excessive, but it is gonna change the game for you, and it's gonna make you, one, way more productive, and two, way more organized. It also, my list gets so long in here when I mind dump, and I put way too much on my plate in one day. What this does is it helps you realistically see how much time everything's going to take. So even for myself, I make sure to add in some wiggle room. I would rather not take that long, but if I have that wiggle room, it makes me feel better, because if I finish it before that time, great, now I have extra time. But if I don't put enough time and I'm too rushed and I'm trying to back everything up, then you're gonna miss things and it's not a realistic day. You start to really see like, how long does filming take me? Like, how long does one TikTok take me to film and edit? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna put those times in there. And my team can see it too, so they know when I'm on calls, they know what's going, or excuse me, when I'm creating content. Like, it's just that communication and understanding, especially like if my phone's on Do Not Disturb, great, my team knows I'm filming right now, so they're not gonna call me, if that makes sense. Do what works for you, but you guys, I even schedule in exact like celebrations, anything and everything, and it is living in that calendar. And I am telling you, the amount of relief and stress and productivity it brings into your days, your weeks, your months is amazing. It is amazing. So even like watering my plants, put it in there. Like, it is just going to help you so much. JT will literally like send me an invite that's 2 weeks from now, but at least I can see 2 weeks from now on a Wednesday, don't book anything because he wants to do dinner that night, whatever it is. So I really, really would say watch a YouTube video on how to time block, because that was like a very casual way I just shared it, and then do it. So I'm gonna finish doing my calendar right now. So really, I'm gonna look at my month of June, and that's what I'm going to add in. But if there's anything that I wrote in here, like, oh, I have a bachelorette in October, I'm gonna add it in there too. But I'm really gonna focus on the month of June. And this is a great time too to like manifest what you want for June. Like, if you're like, I really want to do every Wednesday night a date night, then you put it in the freaking calendar and you're like already making it really happen, rather than it being like, oh, it was a thought, I never even told my significant other, they have no idea. Instead, you send them a Google Cal and then you're like, I know what we're doing every Wednesday. Like, you manifest your month. Let's go. All right, now that I have finished all that, I literally feel like my heart is like it's free. I actually filmed this next part the other day. It was actually the day after my grandma passed, and I was not feeling like being on camera, but I really wanted to do this part to prepare me for the next month, because again, I realized clutter space, this is the next point, it'll make sense, but I realized clutter and just so much stuff made me feel claustrophobic. So I had in my schedule, my time blocking, to clean out my kitchen and my areas, and I stuck with it. I just didn't really feel like being on camera. So this part was already filmed, so I'm going to intro that in. I'll talk into it of like why to do this throughout the cleaning process. But I will say one tip, you guys, is grab someone in your life, or even like literally shout it out on socials, who likes to organize, because I like organization, but I hate doing it myself. I am a part hoarder. I think I've expressed this to you guys. I save things from 10 years ago thinking I still need it. So you need a ruthless person. Find that ruthless biatch. I can never tell if you can cuss on YouTube, but find a ruthless biatch and get her in here, all right? So I found mine. Her name's Shelby. She works for me, but she loves organizing, like truly loves it. So she always helps me just like reel it in. So she is going to help me do the entire kitchen, because I just feel like I have been, again, saving bowls and plates and things that I've had for 10 years that I just do not use anymore. So every time I go to cook in the kitchen, which is a huge thing that I'm trying to like really lean into again, is I'm like clustered in there. I can't find anything. I have too many things. So we are cleaning out. So that is a huge thing. I would say tackle different spaces in your home before the month, or while you're in the month, whatever, to feel productive and organized, because when you have a clean space, you have a clean mind, and you're gonna be more excited to go cook in the kitchen if you have a clean kitchen. Okay, let's do it. Here is the cleansing process. So Shelps and I decided to tackle this, again, putting my phone on Do Not Disturb, because this definitely needed my full attention. I put on some music and just vibed out. So I really got rid of anything that had an expiration date or that I'm not using and has just been living in my kitchen. I was so surprised how many same cups, same bowls that I had that I did not need. So I'll show you guys before and after images of certain areas, but it felt so good. And there's so many people that do need these types of items, so you're really giving back in this process too. But my goal is to do this at the end of every month and not wait so long so that it's not such a big ordeal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the end. I love y'all, and don't forget to subscribe so you know when I have new videos coming. Love you.